Well, hello everybody. Whew, another week. It was a long week for me this week. I had to work an extra day, but I'm not going to complain because we are so slow right now. I'll take all the hours I can get. We've let's see, one of Precious Kittens was like the runt, I guess you would say, of the litter, and I don't know if he wasn't if the, if the other kittens was letting him eat or what, but he is so tiny. And she really wouldn't feed him. Well, Sweet Pea had her kittens a couple weeks after Precious, and so we tried to get Sweet Pea to let him nurse, and she's a good mama. She let him, but she's starting to dry up. Well, he's still behind everybody else. He's not ready to be weaned yet. So I I made Kevin um, vet appointment for him, and I took him this morning, and the vet he only weighed half a pound. He's just a little guy. The vet gave him a shot of sugar underneath his skin, and he said keep him warm and get milk replacer. So when Kevin got home, we went to the the farm supply place and got some milk replacer. So we right now we have a syringe without the needle, of course, and we filled that to try and get him to eat. He didn't want nothing to do with it at first, but boy, once he found out what it was, he ate that little syringe full. It's not a very big syringe. I think it's like 3 milliliters or something like that. It's just about yay long, round about the size of a pencil. So it's not, but for him being so small, that's a lot of food. But he ate it and kept it down. So we're giving him a fighting chance, trying to. We have to call the vet in the morning at 10 to let him know if he's eating and whatnot, have not. And we also have to, after we feed him, we have to wipe him down. So we got some wet wipes, unscented, so we can wipe him down because the vet said that's what the mothers do um, after they get done feeding. They usually give them a bath. And he said it helps stimulate their digestive system and gets things going. So, send prayers for a little. His name is Tiny Tim. We named him Tiny Tim because he is just so tiny. And right now, right now he's piled up on the couch with um, Junior, his brother from Precious, and his two cousins from Sweet Pea's litter. They're all on the couch, all wrapped up in a ball. It's like, oh my goodness. We've we need to find homes for a couple more. Tiny Tim won't go anywhere. Tiny Tim, he's ours. And if he makes it, he will um, get all of his shots, and he will be neutered. But he won't. He's not going anywhere. And I'd like to. I one of Sweet Pea's babies. Well, actually, both of them are just adorable, and they are just so fun and so loving. Um, but the one, he's a big kitty, but I call him my baby Chupkins. I love his face. His face just makes me laugh. It's just so cute. But I call him my baby Chupkins. And then his brother, I think it's a brother. I don't remember. Too many kittens. Well, and they have on the very tip of their tail, it's just barely white. So we named that one Tippy. So we got Chubkins, Tippy, and Tiny Tim. And if we can find good homes, Chubkins and Tippy will go to their forever homes. I'd like to keep Chubkins, but you can't keep you just can't keep everything. As much as I would love to. If it wasn't for Tiny Tim, I would keep Chubkins. He wouldn't go anywhere. But Tiny Tim needs us. So Tiny Tim's not going. Daddy's not getting rid of Tiny Tim. That's my boy. We do our best to take care of our animals. We don't want them suffering. And, that's the other reason why I wanted to take Tim to the vet, because if there was no hope, for him, I was going to have the vet. I was going to have the vet put him down. I don't want him to suffer. But the vet said that we have a little chance. So we're doing the best we can for him. We're going to give him the best life possible. And if I can remember, trying to think. I lost my train of thought. It was going to be about something, but I don't remember. And then, oh my goodness. Let me tell you, I keep my blanket on the table where I do my recordings. And after I got home, I was up all night long at work. Then I had to stay up and wait to take Tim to the vet. And then when I got home, it's like, I'm going to bed. I am tired. And I had to, get up early so me and Kevin could go get Tim's food. But anyhow, when I got up, I just want to make sure it was tight. But when I got up, my blanket was on the floor. They started to unravel it. So yeah, I was not too happy. But we got it fixed, and we are on our way. There wasn't a whole lot unraveled, but I thought it was worse than what it really was, but it wasn't all that bad. And with it being so, I don't here in Michigan, I don't know where everybody's at, but here in Michigan, to me, it's been kind of cool. And this morning, it's like the air conditioning was like almost nonstop. It's like, man, I'm cold. And that's unusual for me. I'm usually hot. Well, no matter where I go, I am usually hot. But I was cold. It's like, man, I I dialed that thermostat on the air conditioner way up. So all day long, it's not hardly ran. It just kicked on, but that's all right. There's no sense of having it so cold you have to cover up. Now, when I go to sleep, I like it cold because I like to bundle up when I sleep. But I'm not gonna waste the money running the air conditioner just to put um, my winter coat on to sit in my living room. Not doing that. That makes no sense. I got a lot of videos to record, and I only have 2 days to do it this week. I don't have a third day. And tomorrow we have the fundraiser for the fairgrounds. Let's see, Saturday. Let's see. What is today? I don't even remember what today is. Let's see. Monday's the 12th, Sunday the 11th, the 10th. Tomorrow will be Saturday the 10th. Got to figure out. It won't be next weekend because I could do it next weekend. I'm just trying to think when I can go see my mom and dad. Might be next weekend. So I guess I guess at some point in time I need to get that box of yarn around for my niece. So I can take it to her. This is this is a, one of my favorites. This is one of my favorite yarns, and I talked about this in one of my yarn unboxings. But I am so glad that they come out with a bigger skein of it, because before it was only in like a 1.75 5-ounce skein, something like that. It had 220 yards in it because it is a two weight. Um, but those have 558 yards in there, and it is so soft. 100% acrylic, and Hirschner's is having a killer deal on it. But I explained all that in my video. I just love talking about yarn. And yarn's getting expensive. So I buy it while it's either on a really, really good sale. Hirschner's is having a killer sale right now. Um, let's see. Premier sale wasn't too bad, but I've seen better sales from Premier. Um, I've not really seen much in a sale from Lion Brand in a while, unless I just missed it. I could have just missed it. But they have some respun yarn that I love. And I've got to do that video too, I believe. I don't think I showed my respun yarn. Have to get to it first. I think I showed some when I in an unboxing, I think, but I bought it um, several different times. Why? Because it was on sale. Really good sale. It was like 40% off. I thought, with it being 40% off, I thought they were going to discontinue it. That's why I bought some, and it was still on sale, so I bought more. I like it. Some people probably wouldn't like it, uh, but I like it. And there's a question that a person keeps asking. Um, and I'm not quite sure how I can answer it any better than I already have. But the person wants to know how many chains to do to make a blanket. Well, it all depends on what blanket you're making, and it all depends on what yarn you're using. It all depends on your tension. All of that plays a big factor when you're making a blanket, making anything really. Uh, all of that plays a big factor in it. So, to do, if you're talking about a blanket like I'm doing right now, I would, I use the magic loop where you just take some yarn, loop it around, and then crochet into it. Um, you can chain four and make a ring, and then put your and then make start making a granny square. And on my channel, I have where you take a granny square and you turn it into a rectangle, and that's what this is. This is you start out with a square, then you turn it into a rectangle. Um, there there is no real chain stitch to create this blanket really, because you're only doing a couple of chains to make your ring, or you're not making any chains at all because you're using the magic ring. So I don't, if you, and if you're following a pattern, it's, you know, every stitches are different for everybody. My tension is going to be different than yours. Your tension is going to be different than somebody else's. Um, the yarn you use, if I was using a thicker yarn, this blanket would be gigantic. I mean, it'd just be ginormous. Um, because it's a thicker yarn, you're going to get more um, area coverage with the yarn because it's thicker. Um, so, unless I know what kind of blanket you're trying to make and what yarn you're using, I really can't answer that question. I'm not trying to be mean or negative. I can't answer the unknown. There's too many factors that go into when you're making something. It's like, if you ask me how many yards it's going to take to make a blanket, well, there again, it all depends on your tension. It all depends on the thickness of your yarn and if you're doing what pattern you're using. Some patterns take more yarn than others. So I can't say by 4,000 yards or 7,000 yards because I don't know. And I don't want to sit here and say, this is what you have to do. Because I don't know what you have to do because I don't have any answers. I hope that makes sense because I don't know how else to explain it any better. So I I'm really sorry if that does not answer the question that you're wanting, but I just don't know what else to tell you. Oh, come on. Mercy sakes, what is wrong with me today? Oh, we know what's wrong with me. You don't have to answer that. Oh, I'm crazy at best. Oh my goodness. Mercy, 28 minutes already. Boy, time flies. I'm telling you, time just flies. Time flies when you're having fun. And when you're working with yarn, you're having fun. I am, anyhow. Oh, I knew I had a knot coming up. Okay, it's good. I guess I need to grab my jar of colors and pick 2 colors out for the next video. So let me get this out of the way. Grab my jar. And that's all that's left. I don't know how many's left, but okay, there we got that color. Ooh, that is some pretty greens. There's some blue in there. But that is some pretty greens. So, the lottery of yarn has been picked. Well, that concludes this episode, and I want to thank you for stopping by and having some crochet time with me. And I appreciate it, and I love you, and I will see you on my next video. Okay? Bye.